What's good? What's good? Hold on, let me make sure I'm on Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm on Wi-Fi. Yeah, yo, listen, I was listening to the update. You went crazy.
Yes.
You went crazy on them. I like it.
I didn't even really give no pressure, honestly, because I had already cussed that bitch out in lunchtime.
Hey, this whole thing is over. I'm excited that it's over now.
Me too.
Hey, so let me tell you what today was. I know you were in court, so I seen you react to it too. So, like, two little bum-ass journalists, obviously, let me tell you what's happening. They're jealous. The clicks are down. The media historically have fed off a lot of these stories. If you go back to even like O.J. Simpson's like trial, you had stations playing it. These days, when it comes to culture, nobody want no dry ass reporting, no boring ass type up. At the end of the day, we want it in real time. We want it with some sauce, some pizzazz, something that can make us laugh and actually be entertained. Because a lot of people have not that entertaining lives. They're upset at people like you, myself, and everybody else in court who's coming out and giving their breakdown. You get me?
Absolutely.
When jealousy is coming out, they start using this. Oh yeah, they're not. They don't have any journalistic integrity. They're giving their opinion. They're trying to use any type of thing. And here's my biggest takeaway from it all, though. Alex Spiro, who has been clearly, like, I don't know if he's trying to play PR or he's trying to be a lawyer. Okay. However, he's been in contact with. Yeah, he's been in contact with the Shade Room, saying a lot of things. I would say to him, and I'll say to Rock Nation and also Meg Thee Stallion, at times, and by the way, like, I definitely want to separate because, I don't want no one to think this is like some Tasha K, Cardi B shit. This is a completely different public matter that everybody has split opinions on, that everybody's covering, that everybody's assuming. A lot of people have theories on. And, I believe for the most part, most people will, even if they give their opinion, will make sure they're not writing opinion as fact, or they'll be fair as much as they can. If Meg Thee Stallion and Rock Nation is trying to go at a bunch of, independent media outlets, myself, you, Hollywood Unlocked, No Jumper, any other media outlet that has, posted, which a lot of them have, I've seen them put up Rap House TV. I think this would be a fatal error for Meg, who I believe potentially is probably going to need some of the good graces of some of these same blogs. Okay. Unfortunately, and I was reading what they were going to include me on that article. They said that Meg is thinking about pursuing legal options for blogs that may have spread misinformation about her. Yet when they quoted what they believe I did, what they said? Oh, well,
what they say? You
tweeted out that Tory's DNA wasn't found on a gun like a few months ago. What that got to do with Meg?
Exactly.
I'm talking about what's going on with Tory in Tory's case. So again, I see what this is. I would definitely caution, and I put caution to the wind when it comes to Meg and Rock Nation. If y'all thinking about filing a lawsuit, you should probably think first with Kelsey. Kelsey is the person who basically has torpedoed the case for y'all. You should possibly look at look at the woman in the mirror, because if you stayed consistent and maybe your information wasn't misinformation at times, you'd probably be a little bit closer to getting a conviction. Still, like, I'm not trying to send bad vibes to her, but I am really shocked at, ever since this happened, and yes, I do believe she got hurt, but ever since this happened, every public instance that she's decided to open up her mouth and say something or accuse someone, or any of the moves she's made, it's only made it worse. And I really have to wonder who the heck is making these moves and calling the shots. Meg, again, like, I know she wants to be seen as the victim, but also this is the thing I caution any entertainer. You can't control the narrative. You can't control the internet. No one man can do it either. Neither can I. People have seen a bunch of information from different outlets. They're making up their mind. You get what I mean? I'm I seen two different people today who were not involved in the case. They were asked for their opinion on how it was thought, how they thought it was going to go. Honestly, I would have said both of them would have been leaning towards Meg in the beginning. They both said Tory, you know what I mean? And if this case is coming down to what we now know it is, I think we all deserve an apology, because when we
do
any doubt, it was like, yo, you guys are like, first of all, you know what's so crazy? They called you misogynistic. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. They, in the article, it says, yeah, like, you're leaning into misogyny. And I'm like, again, unfortunately, this is so polarizing. You can't just point out facts on both sides. And here's the funny thing. I know I would, and I won't speak for you, but I'm pretty sure you would. If this case went down and we found out some really shocking stuff, and there was mountains of evidence that was consistent and that was in line with the idea that Tory did it and that he was guilty, we would probably just have to say, damn, I guess he did do it. But that's not what happened.
Let me tell you something. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And babe, I would have absolutely said that. Tory ain't got no goddamn spell on me. If I felt like the nigga was lying or the nigga was out of line or whatever, bitch, I'll tell you. I don't.
Yeah. So, again, I think that's a really idiotic move. But didn't I said this, and I'm not sure if I said it to you or I said it to Mo from Lawyer for Workers. I said, listen, I know Meg at this moment has to be huddled with her team, plotting. What are you going to do when that verdict comes down tomorrow night or Friday morning? You now are going to listen. And by the way, this is the thing that, Meg has to realize. You can't control the internet. Some people, whether you were lying or not, quote unquote, they're going to look at you and say you're a liar. You're going to have to deal with that. And I'm going to do either a statement. You're going to see some powerful people try to speak out on her behalf, but she's going to go crisis mode. If this is the beginning of crisis mode to attack mostly Black independent blogs, this just shows her decision-making over time has gotten no better, and possibly that's what.
Exactly, because that is the stupidest shit you could do.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought
that was the dumbest shit she could do. Throughout the duration of everything, I feel like she's been handling it poorly, her and her team.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's this. You want to come for all these different outlets? Okay. And it will go nowhere. For anybody sitting up, who did get hard, thinking that shit gonna go somewhere, that shit will go nowhere. The fuck? I don't give a fuck what I tweet. Bitch, excuse me? Misinformation or bitch, I ain't never said who the fuck? That sounds stupid. It's desperation, nigga. Then everybody gonna have to stop tweeting. What's the difference?
Yeah. And by the way, for anyone watching on my Twitch or my YouTube, I did mute my mic, so that should be good. Okay, calm down. But anyway, so here where we're at now, right? We're about to watch potential fallout. By the way, ain't it interesting? The two bodyguards missing in action the whole time.
Pop up today.
Up a day too late and an hour too late.
They was trying to get them notes, and they came up in there about 3 different times passing notes to Kathy South. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then she left out the courtroom, came back, and then when we got done, somebody who had been in the hallway was like, yeah, they found Justin. And Jody Little was like, yeah, I need to talk to her right now. He needs to go in there. Bitch, please.
Was that before Tory's team declined on bringing Jaquan, or after?
After.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen such desperation. I mean, Kathy ashamed of herself. She's supposed to represent the people of California, and she's supposed to represent the people of LA County, and she made them look unprepared. She made them look biased. It looked like it was a witch hunt. And you could tell some of these underhanded tactics that she probably was unsure about. Without saying too much, you could kind of see them things trying to come to light. But, I mean, all in all, I feel like she understands this is going to be an easy sweep.
Yeah.
And I believe she's only hoping for, a potential 1 count to be found guilty. So a 1 and 2, there's 3 counts. I think it'll be a 3-0, but I believe for her, if she gets 1 count, she would be extremely happy, because even her closing statement seems like it wasn't. If you are gonna say that, if y'all believe Meg,
right, that's the worst thing you could have said. I sat up there and said, "Bitch, I know you fucking lying. This is what you asked the people." Hell no.
Yeah, a horrible case, a weak case, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When it's said and done, I think that I think Tory just knew something that we didn't know, because when he tweeted that, I seemed super confident, and then watching how the prosecutor fell apart. I don't know. It's interesting.
It's very interesting.
I'm wondering if any so potentially a verdict could come down tomorrow, right? I'm wondering who's gonna.
Yeah. When we come back tomorrow, defense will finish their closing statements. Prosecution has an opportunity for a rebuttal. They'll go over a couple of more jury instructions, and they can go ahead. So we should be done with all that before lunch, as far as I'm concerned.
I wonder if any other mysterious figures might show up in court.
Okay.
I think tomorrow's gonna play out very interestingly.
Me too.
Very.
And I'm excited to see. And I'm gonna tell you something. When the prosecution was doing their closing statements, one woman was falling asleep. The people were looking, and following him, but they were just sitting there. When George got up there, those people were engaged. I saw a juror saying, nodding his head, like in agreement. Shit. I say, there we go. Huh. All you need is one. But it looked like a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the mere fact that, put it like this, the mere fact that Tory declined to call Jaquan.
Yeah.
And I think that could have been a knife in the heart. But honestly, when, in the 48 laws of power, it tells you, you got to know when you win, or when you won, and don't push too much.
Exactly.
Because you have a desperate opponent who might try anything. So, I think that was a good decision for him not to testify, and also not to also put Jaquan on the stand. I'll definitely say this. Could you imagine what the fuck they would have tried to bring up if Tory took the stand?
They
made him seem like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I can only imagine they would have brought up some of the things they listed, these accusations that were never proven. August Alsina, Prince with his kidnapping ass, lyrics, tweets, they just would have threw everything at him to make him look like a bad person. I am so elated that he did not get on that stand.
Hey, the moment I heard they said, well, we're going to talk about his gun tattoo. I'm like, oh, word, that's what y'all got.
Okay, like, are you fucking serious?
The gun tattoo, okay.
Right, the fuck? Desperate shit. Desperate times call for desperate measures, because I know you fucking lying.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I got to give this lawyer that Tory got some credit.
Yes.
With all due respect to Sean Holly, I don't think she had the dog in her. You know what I mean? You need somebody. You need somebody who had the dog in him. And I think George knew when to kind of chill out.
He did.
He turned his up.
He did, and not in a way that was aggressive towards anybody else. I feel like when it came to the witnesses, he did it to make a point. Oh, you don't remember? It was like y'all catching this type shit. He's just very aware. And he's been doing an amazing job. Those two sitting up there, oh yeah, they worked every fucking penny.
Yeah. Now I seen how Tory walked out of the courthouse, man. Tory's been walking out with the biggest smile possible.
He should. I mean, you sit up there all day listening to this bullshit, and I think you sit up there feeling like I can never speak for him. But child, why the hell would I go to jail for this?
Why did TMZ, who hasn't reported in real time about anything, they definitely chose to report that Tory was in there sleeping? The instructions. I haven't seen them report about anything in real time about this particular case, but they chose to bring that up.
Can we be fair? I will be honest. Tory was falling asleep. But I was too, and the judge looked like he was too. Prosecution was boring.
Damn. Who was it? The bot nigga or Kathy?
The juror was falling asleep. Everybody was falling asleep. It was not just him. And he woke back up. The fuck?
Damn. The prosecutor giving a lullaby over there, man.
Okay. Shit. I was over the phone. I had to change positions.